I'm 92 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that might upset you. You have been brainwashed. Thoroughly, completely, and methodically brainwashed into believing that loyalty is a currency you can trade for security. You've been told by your parents, by your teachers, and by every movie you've ever watched that if you are the good soldier, if you are the first one in the parking lot and the last one to leave, if you eat your lunch hunched over a keyboard, that you are building a safety net. It is a lie. It is the single greatest lie of the modern age. I am living proof that the exchange rate for corporate loyalty is zero. Actually, no. It's worse than zero. It is a debt you pay with your life, with your blood, with your memories. And the receipt they give you at the end, it's blank. Sit down, please. I don't have much energy today and my throat is dry, but I need to get this out before I can't. I spent 40 years working for the same logistics firm. 40 years. Do you have any conception of how long 40 years feels when you are grinding it out day by day, quarter by quarter? It feels like a sentence. I started when we used typewriters and carbon paper. I finished when we were using cloud servers and AI. I survived 5 global recessions. I survived 3 hostile takeovers. I survived 7 different CEOs. I was the Iron Man of the shipping department. That's what they called me. Get Arthur on the line. He knows where the bodies are buried. Ask Arthur. He never takes a sick day. Arthur will fix it. I wore that suffering like a medal of honor. Isn't that sick? I was proud of how much pain I could endure. I was proud of the fact that I hadn't taken a vacation longer than 3 days since 1988. I missed my daughter's piano recitals, not just one, but all of them. All of them. Because of urgent shipping crises in the Suez Canal or a strike in a dockyard in Hamburg. I missed my 25th wedding anniversary dinner. I can still see my wife, Eleanor, God rest her soul, standing in the doorway. She was wearing that blue dress I loved. She was holding her purse, just watching me type on a laptop at the kitchen table. She didn't yell. She didn't throw a plate. She just sighed. And she took her shoes off, put them back in the closet, and went to bed alone. I told myself I was doing it for her. I told myself I was doing it for the family. I was securing our future. I was paying my dues so we could relax later. And then came the retirement party, 2 years ago. I don't know what I expected. Respect? Acknowledgement? Maybe a renaming of the conference room. No. I just expected to feel seen. To feel that the 40 years of my life I poured into that concrete box actually mattered. They rented a small breakout room on the second floor. There were lukewarm sodas and a sheet cake from the grocery store down the street. The frosting was melting. Half the staff didn't even show up because they were too busy doing the work I used to do. But the CEO came. He was a new guy brought in from outside. 45 years old, sharp suit, white teeth, looked like he was 3D printed. I had reported to him directly for the last 15 years of his predecessor's tenures, and then to him for 2 years. I had saved his neck on the Henderson account. I had fixed his mistakes before the board saw them. I had been his shield. He tapped a plastic fork against a plastic cup to get everyone's attention. The room went quiet. He smiled this big, empty, corporate smile. He looked me dead in the eye. I was standing right there, 3 feet away, holding a paper plate, and he raised his glass. He said, "To David, for 40 years of excellence, we wish you well." To David, my name is Arthur. In that split second, the world stopped. It wasn't a heart attack. It was my soul breaking. 40 years, 14,600 days. The stress, the high blood pressure, the ulcers I hid from my wife, the missed memories, all of it. And to him, to the machine, I was just a blurred face in the hallway. I wasn't a partner. I wasn't a family member, as they like to say in those orientation videos. I was a line item. I was a depreciating asset that had finally hit zero value. I realized then that I had been a battery. I had drained myself dry to keep their machine running, and now that I was empty, I was being tossed in the recycling bin without so much as the correct label on the casing. I bet you are listening to this and you are getting defensive. I can feel it through the screen. You're thinking, "That's sad for you, old man, but my situation is different. My boss likes me. We go for drinks on Fridays. I'm vital to the operation. If I left, the department would collapse." You are arrogant, and you are naive. The corporation is not a person. It does not have a memory. It does not have a heart. It is a hunger. It is an algorithm designed to consume human energy and convert it into shareholder value. That is its only function. It will eat as much as you feed it. If you give it your weekends, it will take them. If you give it your evenings, it will take them. If you give it your sanity, it will swallow that too and ask for seconds. I had a colleague named Sarah. You would have liked her. She was brilliant, sharp as a tack. She managed the entire Eastern Seaboard distribution network. She was the one who told me, "Hard work pays off, Arthur." She believed the lie even more than I did. Sarah wanted a family. She told me once, late at night when we were the only 2 cars left in the parking garage, that she had names picked out for her children. But the timing was never right. There was always a merger coming up, or a system migration, or a critical Q4 push. She delayed it at 30. She delayed it at 35. She delayed it at 40. She finally got pregnant at 43. It was a miracle. But the stress of that job, the cortisol running through her veins, she lost the baby. And do you know what she did? She was back at her desk 3 days later. 3 days, because she felt guilty about the backlog piling up. She sat there, pale as a ghost, typing away, bleeding inside. 3 years after that, the company merged with a competitor. They needed to find 3% in synergy savings. Sarah's salary was high. She was deemed redundant. I watched security escort her out. Just like that. She didn't just lose a job that day. She stood on the sidewalk with a cardboard box full of staplers and realized she had traded her chance at being a mother for a severance package that ran out in 6 months. She gave them her legacy, and they gave her a pamphlet on how to update her LinkedIn profile. Do not let that be you. I look at my life now at 92, sitting in this chair, and I have a list of regrets that wraps around the world. And let me tell you something fascinating. Not a single one of my regrets is about work. I don't regret not getting that promotion in '85. I don't regret missing the deadline on the Johnson project. I don't regret walking away from a negotiation. I don't remember those things. They are dust. Here is what I regret. I regret the distance between me and my son. He visits me here at the home once a month, out of obligation. He sits on the edge of the bed and checks his watch. We talk about the weather. We don't really know each other. Why? Because when he was 7 and 10 and 15, I was a ghost. I was the man who came home after dark and yelled if the house was too loud because Daddy had a hard day. I taught him that work was more important than him. And now, He believes it. He's doing the same thing to his kids. It's a generational curse, and I started it. I regret the trip to Italy. Eleanor wanted to go to Tuscany. Since we were 25, she talked about Tuscany. She had a scrapbook. I have it here. She cut out pictures of vineyards and little stone villas from magazines. We planned it for our 20th anniversary. I canceled it because of a strike at the shipping yard. We planned it for the 30th. I canceled it because of a budget audit. We said, we'll go when I retire. We'll do it right. She died of a stroke 3 years before I retired. She never saw Tuscany. She saw the inside of our kitchen and the back of my head while I worked. I found that scrapbook the other day. The pages are yellow now. The glue is dried up and the pictures are falling out like dead leaves. That scrapbook is a monument to my stupidity. It is a book of promises I broke for a company that called me David. So, here is the lesson. If you take nothing else from this old broken man, take this. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for things to slow down at work. They never will. The inbox will never be empty. The to-do list is infinite. It is a hydra. If you cut off one head, 2 more grow back. If you clear it today, it will be full tomorrow. You cannot win that game. Stop waiting for permission to live. You need to become a mercenary. That sounds harsh, I know. It sounds cynical, but it's the only way to survive. Do your job. Do it well. Be professional. Keep your word. But emotionally, you need to clock out the moment you walk through those doors. Do not give them your soul. Do not wrap your identity around your job title. Because when that title is gone, and it will be gone, you need to have a human being left underneath it. Go to the recital. Even if the shipping lane is on fire, let it burn. Someone else will put it out, or it will burn down. It doesn't matter. In 5 years, nobody will remember the shipping lane, but your daughter will remember you were there. Take the vacation. Turn off the phone. Throw it in the ocean if you have to. If the company collapses because you took a week off, then the company was already broken, and it is not your job to fix it. Draw a line in the sand, today, right now, because I am telling you, as I sit here looking at the end of the road, time is the only thing you cannot earn back. You can get another job. You can get another paycheck. You can even get another spouse if you really wanted to. But you cannot get back the Tuesday afternoon when your son asked you to play catch and you said, "Not now." That Tuesday is gone. It is dead. Your company will forget your name the moment you walk out the door. They will post your job opening online before your obituary is even printed in the paper. They will have someone sitting in your chair, using your computer, drinking from your coffee mug within a week. But your family? The people you are ignoring right now to answer that email. The people you are too tired to love. They will remember your absence for the rest of their lives. Don't be a David. Be the person who actually lived. I'm tired now. I think I need to rest.